Day 36 of the government shutdown, marking the longest one in U.S. history. Both parties say it could be resolved soon, but in the meantime, there is some confusion over the status of food assistance. Now, the state of Tennessee is stepping up to help food banks feed those receiving SNAP benefits. Here to talk more about the shutdown and how it's impacting families in Memphis and Shelby County is Tennessee House Minority Leader Karen Camper. Leader Camper, glad to have you in person. Good to see you.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
It has.
Bring us up to date. This week we heard Tennessee Governor Bill Lee announcing $5 million for food banks during SNAP benefits being frozen. Is this a step in the right direction?
I do think it's a step in the right direction. He knows that, myself, Leader Agberry, we've been reaching out to him to do something. His vision initially was that he would lean to the faith-based organization, lean to philanthropic organizations. What we were saying is that's not enough. The state need to invest, and the state need to at least do the food pantry. So he's decided that he would, at least give $5 million toward that, and then see if they can resolve things at the federal level. And if not, then we'll have to reassess where we are.
What are you hearing from the people, your constituents, about this mess?
People are saying you need to go into the rainy day fund. You need to have a special session. This is an emergency. Do like what Louisiana did. Declare a state of emergency so that you can access these funds. But he, in my opinion, is sticking with, the federal talking points, if you will, that this is a Democratic-led shutdown and all these things that are irrelevant to people. People want us to compromise and come together. People want us to have a knockdown and drag out, but come out with solutions for people.
Do you think that special session will happen?
I don't think it'll happen. I don't think he's for the special session. We've written to him, both Leader Agberry and I, both the caucus chairmen have written to him, asking him to call a special session. I'm sure we can't get 66 members on our side because we'd have to get people from the other side of the aisle to do it. I think, in my opinion, it's a blame game. Blame Washington. But there are things you can do even if you don't call a special session.
Such as?
Because there's a lot of reserve dollars. There are discretionary funds across departments. You have money in TANF that could be leveraged. There's money in Department of Education. There are places where there are pockets of money that could be pulled together.
So why not
in
do
an
it?
emergency
Why not do it if you were talking to the governor?
That's what I'm saying. Why aren't you doing this? I think part of the reason, and this is what I don't like about it, it's been politicized. And anytime you get into something that's political, then you have this hyper-partisanship, this hyper-polarization, this hyper-polarizing, where in this case, you're going to have the Republicans in Tennessee, the Republican supermajority, sticking with what's coming from the federal level. And I challenged my colleagues last week. We were up for budget hearings. We agreed years ago we would not let national politics affect the state of Tennessee. So why are we doing this? We need to get to the table and negotiate. So that's been my position.
Let's move on. Let's also talk about the Memphis Safe Task Force. What are you seeing out there now? Is it needed? Is it really making a difference? Some people saying,
well, I think if you look at the numbers where there's been a lot of arrests, there's been a lot of, people maybe being pulled over for, a broken tail light and all of these things. There are a group of people who feel like, great, this is good, this is working. Well, you got other people feeling as if, well, our numbers were coming down anyway. We appreciate the task force being here, but is it too much, one, too much of a presence in our communities? What do we explain to our children about this presence? Is there an emergent situation? And then the other thing is it's putting a strain on our resources here. So I'm kind of hearing it, just different things from different people. But
what about the dollars used for some of those resources that came or are a part of the task force? Could they be used differently, in a better way, or how do you see it?
Well, with the money that I believe they're using, now this is based on what I believe is true. These were monies that were appropriated in the appropriations bill, so that would take a legal change. We'd have to come for a special session to legally change it. If we did not give the governor the ability to do it, and oftentimes when it's money earmarked for something like this, it's like that's what it's for. That's the only way we can get it. And so I would doubt that these monies can be shifted over.
One last thing I do have to ask you: what is the status with Memphis Shelby County Schools state takeover? A lot of people assume that's a part of our past.
It is not a part of the past. Matter of fact, I was recently listening to Speaker Sexton. He was speaking to a group of chamber folk up in his area.
Giving his state of the state.
Giving his state of the thing. This was in October, so this is just a couple months ago. And he still believes that the state, and is planning for the state to come in and take over our system, appoint whoever they want to be the superintendent, and a board.
He went on to say he called Memphis schools a culture of non-success. He said the culture is not good. He says it's not competing. It's not doing anything. Do you believe that?
I do not believe that, because when you look at the actual numbers, it's not true. So you may have a small amount of people that aren't doing so great, right? That's what gets all the noise. But when you see we have people on national TV talking about how great our students are doing, and the problem I have with that is you have, 90-some-odd% of the kids doing everything we ask them to do, but all you hear is about this failing situation. It has a negative impact on their
We've got to have you back so we can keep talking about these issues and much more.
Yes.
Peter Camper.
Thank you.
Good to have you
Seeing
here.
you again,
Thank
Alex.
you very much.